Hi, it's Joan. Today's Korean reading is Sura 33, which is called The Enemy and pronounced Hab. I'm sorry, it's Aladu, and then the word for war is Hab. Also, I'm going to cover 6 points about immorality. The message is mostly that a Muslim is to back war and you're not to have any other opinion. The reason for that is that our pledges to God. There's also messages to wives. The verses in this are 25, 36, 38. And then I'm going to start with a prayer. O Allah, I seek refuge from the torment of hell or the practices of unbelief, from death and trials of this life, from evil and the Antichrist, which is defined as the deceiver or liar, and from anything that opposes a soul's journey to God. The subjects also cover adoption and immigrants, saying that they're not equal to residents and biological children. That's in verses 4 and 6. That the verse about not backing peace when a decision is made for war is in verse 15. Then it talks about when you get married, you take the right hand of your wife, and if the wife has a tendency to favor finery or worldly matters, they can be released and compensated. The verses are 20 and 59. They are to stay home, practice charity, and cover themselves, to have clean speech. Then when it discusses war, it says we are to ignore atheism, which is verse 48, that Islam fights idolatry, disbelievers, hypocrites, saying that during war they're captured and killed. That's verse 61. To ignore atheism is verse 48. Fighting hypocrites is verse 25, and 73. No Savior is verse 65. It also says that if you're a believer and you make an error, you repent, you are forgiven, and that's in verse 71. As far as fighting, Islam defends and protects those who are removed from their homes and innocent were oppressed. And the Korean verses are 22, verse 39, book 22, verse 40, and book 4, verse 75. And then when I did a study on immorality, one moment, the 6 points on fighting immorality. It's defined as speech that's profane, sexual misconduct, which involves idolatry, lust, intercourse outside of marriage, showing disrespect of God and belief, something that opposes God's will or Allah, sin that's consistent and dependent on immorality, something that is violent against belief or Islam, selfishness or baseness, accepting others' immorality, or relaxed tolerance of it. And then it says that war is declared when somebody fights Islam, when atheism is realized, when there are idolaters and polytheism, ingratitude to God, LGBT substance, and violence, ingratitude,